Hello and welcome to your daily dose of Satoshi's news. Today's date is Sunday, the 10th of November 2024, the year of a million transactions per second or more. Experience the best of both worlds today at betbitcoinsv.com, the best casino and sports betting on chain. Have a little flutter in private using the original protocol and genuine Bitcoin. Right, let's see what we got in store for us today. Just some articles in CoinGeek that look okay. We're just going to go through here's what happened in crypto today. 2 hours ago, because the price obviously of the altcoin market went absolutely ballistic. And then we've got Ed Snowden calls for decentralization, criticizes VC influence on Solana, whatever that is. So we'll read that article. Then we got this article by CoinGeek saying a Netherlands proposes new digital asset tax bill. Good luck with that. Then there was this one. Hold on. Oh, they're not allowing me to change. There was something to do with the Bank of England and the CBDC that I read. What was it related to? There we go. Right, yeah, so two different articles there. We'll just, might not have time to read through all of them, but still want to look at them anyway. Then we got results of Trump winning. We know they were going to try something desperate anyway. And then we got CSW literally ripping into BTC. Looks awesome. And then just me going on about, the stakes being high. And then we'll just go into the figures, have a quick look at them. Particularly market cap of Tether and a Circle coin. To get to the bottom and the grips of what's going on. Usual figures, etc. There we go, and that'll be the end of the show. Right, let's crack on.
Satoshi, like a cowboy in the West, riding on the blockchain that they call the very best. 1 million strong, them transactions flying free. Just wait for the Terra node, you'll surely see.
Alrighty, here we go. So, look at the price. That actually went up to $64 today. $64. Now we're back down to 57. Like, what has gone on? So, let's have a look at this first article then. Here's what happened in crypto today, really. Need to know what happened in crypto today? Here's the latest news on daily trends and events impacting Bitcoin price, blockchain, DeFi, NFTs, Web3, and crypto regulation. Today in crypto, Elon Musk showed support for the ending the Federal Reserve Bank. Edward Snowden described Solana as a born in prison due to its heavy venture capital funding, suggesting that financial backing can impede a blockchain network's ability to operate independently. No shit, Sherlock. And Bitcoin broke through $79,000 price level for the first time. Yeah, I saw it at $80,000. Elon Musk wants to end the Fed. Billionaire Elon Musk appears to back calls to end the Federal Reserve Bank by retweeting a social media post from Utah Senator Mike Lee, who argued that the bank needs a greater oversight from the executive branch of the United States. Yeah, because it currently has none. It's literally a rogue entity. It's nuts. Lee claimed that the current lack of sufficient executive oversight over the bank is a deviation from the Constitution of the United States and called for ending the Fed entirely. Absolutely. Look at that. Right, Mike Lee. Yeah, I mean, it's outrageous that they're having an independent, completely independent entity in charge of the monetary system of a people. I mean, talk about absolute corruption corrupts absolutely. Or, absolute power corrupts absolutely. And that's what they've got. So Musk reports Lee's argument with 100% emoji, echoing widespread calls for the sound money advocates to abolish the central bank established in 1913. Snowden calls for decentralization, criticizes VC influence on Solana, no shit there. Edward Snowden, the privacy advocate and former National Security Agency contractor, addressed decentralization during his appearance at the NEARS Redacted conference in Bangkok, Thailand. Speaking on topics like cryptocurrencies, artificial intelligence, and blockchain technology, Snowden also addressed the impact of venture capital VC on blockchain projects using Solana as an example. Oh, making an example of Solana. Dear, oh dear. But, fair play, absolutely. He described Solana as born in prison due to its heavy VC funding, suggesting that financial backing can impede a blockchain network's ability to operate independently. I mean, this is so ridiculous. They're talking about the blockchain. the blockchain, as if it's kind of like, an entity that no one knows what's about. The blockchain is just simply a chain of blocks with digital data linked to each other so they can't be deleted. Like, that's got nothing to do with like acting independently. That's just linking data together. What really happens, what really matters, is the foundation of the network. Is the foundation globally distributed and economically competitive so there is no single central point of authority, control, or failure? That's it, not the actual chain itself, the foundations of the chain. And then obviously on top of that, there must be a chain of digital signatures, unbounded scale so the limitations and restrictions can't be manufactured, a fixed token supply where Solana fails there, and those elements must be locked. So I mean, just saying talking about the blockchain, is ridiculous. I mean, it just goes to show how literally ignorant and naive these people are on what blockchain is. I mean, it's just absolutely nuts. It's all about the commoditization of data. And because they don't know that money has to be a commodity, because they don't even know the difference between money and currency, they don't know what blockchain is. People are looking to them like, oh, tell us you're a god. Oh, tell us what blockchain is. Yeah, you tell us because you're Edward Snowden. And he's just like, oh shit, everybody knows that I'm Edward Snowden, therefore I need to pretend that I know what blockchain is. He's talking absolute shite. While he acknowledged Solana's rapid growth, Snowden expressed concerns that too much ownership has been ceded to investors. Though he noted Solana could become something in the future. No, it can't. It cannot become something. A commodity starts as it is and cannot be changed. So again, I mean, they're completely deluded. Well, should I say ignorant? Throughout his talk, Snowden emphasized the importance of decentralization. Again, it's commoditization. Decentralization as a generic term can be applied to anything. In countering the expansive surveillance capabilities enabled by AI, he warned of AI-driven surveillance allowing governments and corporations to process large volumes of personal data in real time, potentially paving the way for live data analysis on massive scale. He said they want to train it on everything, and they want to be able to say, who looks anomalous, look at everybody, look at how the whole human body, and pick out anybody who is weird. Well, we've got loads of weirdos in governments in the United States at the moment. Bitcoin breaks 79,000 and no rash action is needed, really, says analyst. That's BTC. Gregcoin has soared through the $79,000 price level. Well, BTC actually went up, was it about 5% today? BSV went up 18%. So we'll have a look at those figures in a minute. So anyway, new all-time high for BTC, Gregcoin. In a week where it has reached several new highs since Donald Trump was re-elected as the United States president. That's a cover. On November 10th, 5 UTC, talking about the price. Who cares? Honestly, who cares? What's this? Elon Musk repost call to end the Fed. We've just gone over that. Web3, Ethereum, yeah, who cares? Like, honestly, that's all I can say on that one. Right, let's have a look at this one. Netherlands proposed new digital asset tax bill. Interesting. The Netherlands has proposed new taxation laws that require exchanges and other VASPs to share their users' data with tax authorities to stamp out tax evasion. Elsewhere, well, again, we've already figured out. We already know that tax is unconstitutional. It's literally absolutely outrageous. If it goes against the Constitution, it is automatically null and void. Because it's repugnant to the Constitution, where the moneyed classes now have the power to leverage taxation. It's outrageous. Elsewhere, Norway, one of the world's most cashless countries, is not in a rush to launch a central bank digital currency. Well, yeah, exactly, too right. Despite continued advancements by its peers, if it decides to venture into CBDC development, the European nation will most likely focus on a wholesale solution, the country's central bank says. Dutch government's new tax bill for digital currencies. The Dutch government has proposed a new bill that changes the digital asset taxation framework to mandate exchanges and other VASPs to share user data with tax authorities. Get your coins off exchanges! Get your coins off the exchanges! Pump and dumping pieces of crap is what they are. They're just they're crypto casinos. That's it, nothing more. In the Netherlands, digital asset profits are taxed as income from savings and investments. However, according to global law firm Simmons & Simmons, active traders are subject to income tax ranging from 9% to 49.5%. The new bill will create more transparency about the ownership of cryptocurrencies, because they want to keep an eye on you, but all these cryptocurrencies are centrally controlled anyway. They've got complete control over you. Bitcoin BSV is the only way they cannot control it, and that's what they're shitting themselves about. That's why they let the cryptocurrency market flourish, to distract people away from it, which can prevent tax avoidance and evasion. Well, tax avoidance and evasion, tax is unconstitutional. You know, it's repugnant to the Constitution. It's outrageous, especially with fiat currency, knowing that the central bank can just print as much currency as it wants and it's in bed with the government. They don't need taxes. They just print that shit from nothing. The Dutch Finance Ministry stated in its announcement, if the bill sails through, the new changes will take effect in January 2026. The bill is the Dutch government's response to DAC8, a directive by the European Union that requires VASPs in the member states to report digital asset data to tax authorities. That's outrageous. The authorities, in turn, must share with their peers in other countries. Look at that. It's all about this one world government, like bringing it together. You know, and those that have been hoodwinked thinking that a one world government is a good idea, when really, actually, it's about eugenics. Creating creating a superior master race of God's chosen people, but God's chosen people just happen to be Satan worshippers. That's what it's all about. Call me a conspiracy theorist. Do I care? Look at my face. Do I care? No, I don't. Right, let's see what this one is. CoinGeek. Bank of England governor supports wholesale and retail CBDCs. The governor of the Bank of England, Andrew Bailey, has dropped further hints that the United Kingdom Central Bank could be edging towards a digital pound for both wholesale and retail payments during an October 26th speech. No surprise there. Speaking at the Group of 30's 39 Annual International Banking Seminar, Bailey emphasised the need to modernise payments. Why? Particularly cross-border and wholesale payments by harnessing digital technology. Why? We don't need that, because we've got our own currency. Our currency is our currency. That's it. It's got nothing to do with anyone else. Do we need a money? So what they're trying to do is convert currency into money. Thinking, what they want is a one world currency so they can control everybody. That's what it's all about. And all this stuff, like harnessing digital technology and to improve, strikes me as having real potential. Like, what problem does it solve? None. Absolutely none. What problem does Bitcoin solve? Everything. Everything. The issues with inflation, the control of those who are in control of the inflation, the economic power that they have. We need everybody on a level playing field. That's what this is all about. Right, let's have a look at this post from CSW. It said, White Rabbit's journey to Wonderland. The White Rabbit was late as always, because he'd been trying to confirm his BTC transactions for hours. He clutched his phone, staring at the spinning circle of doom on his screen, muttering, oh dear, I shall be too late. Late for what? No one really knew. Perhaps for his coffee, now cold, purchased with BTC at a trendy cafe, where they charged him more in fees than the drink actually cost. As he bolted down the blockchain rabbit hole, he stumbled into Wonderland, a strange decentralized place that claimed to be free of kings and queens, but where a cabal of shadowy developers seemed to pull the strings. Welcome, said the Cheshire miner, his grin flashing like a block reward. You're just in time to pay your exorbitant fees and contribute to our mining lottery. Brilliant. The Queen of Nodes. The White Rabbit soon found himself in the court of the Queen's Nodes. The Queen of Nodes. The White Rabbit soon found himself in the court of Queen of Nodes. She sat atop a pile of Raspberry Pi devices, declaring loudly, decentralization or death. The crowd of sycophantic followers cheered. But what do you do exactly? Asked the White Rabbit. We validate, we don't mine, we don't process transactions, but we validate, the Queen bellowed, as if repeating the word would add meaning. Confused, the rabbit asked, so you don't help confirm my transaction? Why did I pay a fee? The Queen cackled. Fee? Oh dear rabbit, the fee is merely the price of admission to our exclusive decentralized utopia. It has nothing to do with your transaction. This is great. Love it. Loving the sarcasm here. The Mad Dev Party. Wandering further, the White Rabbit stumbled into the Mad Dev Party. Around the table sat the core devs, the Mad Hatter, the March Hare, and the Dormus, furiously debating how small they could make the blocks. It's not about transactions, the Mad Hatter shouted, slamming his teacup. Bitcoin is digital gold. Who cares if no one can use it? The March Hare nodded. Yes, no one spends gold. It's meant to be hoarded forever. The Dormouse mumbled in his sleep. Use Lightning if it works. The White Rabbit piped up, but what if I actually want to use Bitcoin to pay for something? The devs laughed uproariously. Paying for something, silly rabbit. BTC isn't for use. It's for holding and dreaming of Lambos you'll never afford. This is ace. The lightning caterpillar, determined to find an answer, the rabbit sought out the wise lightning caterpillar, perched on a mushroom shaped like a QR code. The caterpillar puffed out vapor and smoke and spoke in riddles. You want scalability? Use my lightning network. Will it make my transaction faster? Asked the rabbit. Sometimes, said the caterpillar. And cheaper? Possibly, the caterpillar admitted. But what if I don't want to lock up my friend's funds in channel and pay routing fees? Then you, dear rabbit, are clearly not decentralized enough. Oh, this is ace. The final revelation. Delusioned, the White Rabbit realized he had been chasing a dream sold to him by Wonderland's many characters. He looked up and saw the moon, the promised land of BTC holders. But as he squinted, he noticed it wasn't getting any closer. It was just an illusion, a shiny promise of riches that had left him late, poor, and holding nothing but an unconfirmed transaction. As he climbed out of the rabbit hole, the rabbit vowed to look for a system that worked in the real world, one where people could trade, build, and thrive without riddles, delays, or madness of Wonderland. He hopped off into the sunset, never looking back, leaving the court of the Queen of Nodes and the mad devs to argue over ever-shrinking blocks, their ever-growing fees, and their ever-absent utility. That's ace, the White Rabbit BTC parody, to the tune of Jefferson Airplane's White Rabbit verse 1. Oh, this is great. Well, CSW is absolutely on fire. And it looks like Ruth Eastman has actually made an audio of this. Said, not the right tune, but still pleasant enough. White Rabbit BTC parody limits by CSW.
One Satoshi makes you richer, or so the devs all claim. But a mempool full of chaos proves their rules are just a game. Go ask a miner if your fee's insane. And if you chase decentralization while the blocks keep getting small.
That's ace. Loving that. Loving the humor of genuine Bitcoiners. You know what they say, sarcasm, lowest form of wit, highest form of intelligence. And that's what we're seeing here. Yes, indeed. So this was my response to Bitcoin Hoarder, who said buying crypto is a gamble because it gets pumped and dumped. Buying BSV is also a gamble because you're betting you can beat the cabal. Exactly. Everybody knows this. So I said, true, the stakes are high, but if BSV doesn't win out, the cabal will kill everyone anyway, so we've nothing to lose. We're on what's defined as death ground in Sun Tzu's Arts of War. So, yeah, we all pulled together. And check this out. A concerned citizen here has said, globalist, oh shit, Trump won. Release the biologically infected hazardous monkeys. That's what's going on here.
43 rhesus monkeys carrying a deadly virus escaped from a biological research lab yesterday, sending
They look like monkeys in a zoo.
Residents of a small South Carolina town rushing downstairs. The rhesus macaques escaped from the Alpha Genesis
Yeah, I've seen that before. Yeah, I mean, this is exactly what they did. Oh, look, and somebody else has said here, this is MT Kate, the uncomfortable thing about awakening is that you can see through everything. You can see through all the bullshit. Yes, indeed you can. Yes, indeed you can. Right, let's get into some juicy figures here then. That's 90 minutes already. Look at this. So we've got Gregcoin BTC, 79,751. We've got Bitcoin, $60. $60. View crash, what a joke, fish podcast, who cares? Let's see what's going on. Okay, so block size is right down again, but we had a gigabyte block yesterday. That looked alright. 74,000 times cheaper to transact on Bitcoin than Gregcoin. 21% comparable loss combining on Bitcoin. But again, you know, it shows you the competition for Bitcoin. If anybody says, oh, you know, where were the figures? Well, look, it's always been more unprofitable to mine genuine Bitcoin because there is more competition for it. There's more demand for it. Miners are willing to mine it at a substantial comparable loss because they don't want to be holding any shit coins and then having to pay for the conversions and all that kind of crap. That's what's going on. All right, let's have a look at the miners on Bitcoin. Oh, what's this? Others, 6.29. Cooved 38.9. Tau down to 25. QD Link 22. Gorilla Pool 6.9. That's pretty good, considering others has come on at 6.29. Very good, very good. Crypto Quant, I mean, look at this, look. The miners are still cashing out, or the exchanges are still cashing out, look. So look, even though the price is going up, look at what is going on here, look. Price at 78k, look, shot up, all-time high. And yet the exchanges are still cashing out. What do they know that we don't? A lot, unfortunately. It's the mum and pop investors that are going to get absolutely wrecked on that. Absolutely wrecked. Yeah, right, dear. Right, so this is the Tether weather. So just going back down to $1 where it was. So it's gone, what's this? 123 billion up to 103 billion, 200 million gone in today. But look at this. Look at this over the week. So where was the lowest point? Look, $120 billion, and we're now up to 123. So $3 billion, $3 billion in a week. Well, actually, $3 billion in 3 days. And look at that, another one today. Look, so that's gone from 123 to, so yeah, that's the 200 million. So another 200 million today. They're getting absolutely desperate. The question is, why would they be doing this? So we'll discuss this in just a minute. And look at this US dollar Circle coin. They've gone from 34.8 and they're at 37. 4, 5, 6, 7. So that's like 2.5 billion from them as well. Look. And they just haven't done it all in once. They've done it gradually. But that's almost another 3 billion from then. Look, 34.8. And where's the highest one here? 37.2. Oh, yeah. 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah. Well, yeah, 2.5. We'll say 2.5 billion in a week. So that's 5.5 billion. 5.5 billion from these stable coins in a week. Pumped into the market. 5.5 billion. Let's see what it's done to the short positions. Not a lot, really. As you can see. Shit corner, shit for brains. Loving that one. Short ratio 0.1%. Let's have a quick views of my video with SGN on 72.5 thousand. Brilliant. And Neil Oliver, where he mentions BSV 164,000. Right, check this out. Look at this. Oh, it's just going down. But look at this. So this is Bitcoin versus Gregcoin. So look, Bitcoin had an absolute tear today, and still on a tear, really, in comparison. That's massive. Let's see if we can find Bitcoin compared to US dollar. Oh. There must have been a jump up there today, surely. Oh, let's reset that. There we go. Look at that. Look at that. So it sort of went from 52 to a high of 64. 64. Where I top left 58. Yeah, it's going down a little bit. All right. Let's have a look at Orange Gateway. Oh, I've got to log in. No, we don't. Good. There we go. This is Bitcoin versus Gregcoin. See, even that shows you clearly something today. So look, that took off. That took off way in front of Gregcoin. Way in front of Gregcoin. Whoa. Let's have a look at that. USD. Yeah, look at that. Look at that. So let's have a look at this overall. So look at that. Our market cap, $2.7 trillion. But look at this. So movement in the last 24 hours. They're saying, look, so it's only up 3.7%. It's only up 3.7% in 24 hours. And you compare that to the rest of the market. The rest of the market went absolutely crazy. So yeah, look at this. 24 hours. Look. Gregcoin just 3.7, but then you move down here, Doge 23, Shiba 25, good grief, BCH 12, some of the biggest movers there, CAS 16, who cares, Crow 17, Atom 10, whatever the hell that is. Flocky 19%. EOS 20%. BSV 12%. That was 18% earlier, just like dipped a little bit. But look at that. That is fascinating. And yet the big dog, just 3.8. And Ethereum, only 1.6. Only 1.6 in the last 24 hours increase. So what they're doing is they're creating Tether and USDC from nothing and strategically pumping certain coins. They very rarely ever usually pump BSV. So why would they be lumping BSV in with this shitcoin pumping? Because they're definitely shitcoin pumping and not BTC pumping, which is what they normally do. Could this be anything to do with the Trump election? Could they see the writing on the wall? And they're just like, whoa, we Blockstream, the deep state, don't want to be on the hook for pumping BTC like they have done all these years. How about we start pumping the shitcoin market and getting investors interested in the shitcoins and trying to shake them out of BTC? Not too obviously, but I'm guessing what they're probably going to try and do is trying to topple BTC. Because their plans for this one world government totalitarian dictatorship, I think is I think they're shitting it. That's what I think they're doing. So this is a completely different strategy. $5 billion, $5 billion worth of stable coins pumped in, and the market's gone from, what was it, 2.3 to 2.7? 2.7 trillion. So $5 billion, I think, has what pumped the market. 500 billion, right? So that means basically you can pump the market up by 100 billion by just printing $1 billion worth of stable coin. Because obviously it's supply and demand liquidity with these things that are fixed in supply. So that's the ratio roughly. $1 billion for $100 billion worth of pump in the market, and they've strategically chosen these coins. So Solana's only 3.2. But Doge 23, ADA 29. That's hilarious. Cardano, Shiba 26. Oh my goodness me. BCH 12. It's just hilarious. Hilarious. I suggest this might be the start of a change of tactic. I think that they're going to try and shake people out of BTC now. Because I think they know the writings on the wall. They know that Bitcoin is BSV, but the market doesn't know that, and they don't want fingers pointing at them. Hold on a minute, who's the one that corrupted BTC? What have you done to it? Oh, because that's what's going to happen. Oof. Fantastic to watch. Where is genuine Bitcoin? Look at this, numbers. We know. I mean, can you believe this? We are looking at the genuine Bitcoin here. Genuine Bitcoin at just $58. So what was the high today? There we go, 24-hour high, $64. So it went up to $64. Now it's back down to $52. $64. That would have been that pike there. Wow. Amazing. Right, that's a 28-minute show. There we go. We'll leave it there. Hope you enjoyed it. If you enjoy these updates, please ding your donations for your appreciation to either Satoshi@Sembia.com, Handcash.io, Simply.cash, Relasia.com, Rockwallet.me, or Senti.ch. We'll leave it there. Hope you enjoyed it. As ever, be aware, take care, stay safe out there, and we'll see you in the next one.